Gemini, you're up next. What do we need to speak to Gemini about today? Just while I am cleansing this space, I'll take a quick moment to say thanks for your support. Please do continue to like my videos, subscribe if they resonate. I will be posting new content all the time. I just can't tell you right now how regularly that will be. So, sporadic as it is so far, it will continue, and a routine will emerge. For now, I'm going to do a full spread for you, Gemini. That's how I feel. Kind of just going with the flow today. I'm just seeing what happens, and you are the second sign that that I've been called to do a full spread for. So let's do it. Four of Swords, bottom of the deck, healing. Can't take all those, but they look very positive. Okay, I'm not doing jumpers yet. I only will do take cards that jump when I need to clarify. For the main cards of the reading, I'll be cutting the cards 3 times after 2 more shuffles, and I will be taking them from the top. So they're asking my angels and spirit guides to place these cards in the order we need them to be for Gemini's Baltic Yes spread. King of Swords. Crossing the King of Swords is the 8 of Swords in reverse. Underlying energy. The Fool. What's above you? What's up in your head? Page of Cups. It's in the recent past. The Tower. It's in the near future. 10 of Swords in reverse. This is looking pretty good. And then we'll go environment. Queen of Swords in reverse. How are people viewing you? 9 of Cups. The advice is the Wheel in reverse, and the likely outcome is the King of Cups. Well, I like this for you already, Gemini. Okay, so what are we talking about here today is the King of Swords. Is that you? Is that you, Libra? No, Libra, sorry, Gemini. I'm not sure. You're an air sign. Would make sense. You in your power right now, Gemini? Are you being wise? Are you making very smart decisions? Are you making shit happen? So what's crossing that energy is the 8 of Swords came out in reverse, and the 8 of Swords is like being bound by mental conflict, like not being able to see your way out. But it's in reverse, and it's like you're emerging out. So what's crossing your King of Swords energy is literally that you're so maybe it is actually that you're moving into the King of Swords energy. So you know that's where you're at. And what's crossing that is probably like some kind of release of mental, like confusion, not being able to see the wood for the trees kind of energy. What's underlying that is Fool, the Fool's Journey, the first card of the Major Arcana, jumping off into the unknown, just going with your intuition. It's bottoms up kind of energy. But what's all up in your head is, you know, just, it's a fresh energy. I like that there's a little flying pig on this one. It's like literally it's daydreaming. It's daydreaming about what the things that will make you really happy. Pigs might fly kind of thing. It's like dream big, why not? It can indicate new love coming in, or thinking about new love. In your recent past, there has been a big surprise, is basically what that means. Now this could be, oh, I can see a little baby wallaby out the window. Would you like to see? Oh, that's so cute. Where is he? Can you see? Oh, oh no. Let's... Anyway. Strange little distraction there. So, I haven't seen the wallabies in this garden for almost a week, and it comes in waves. Oh, it's gone now. I would take that as a bit of a sign for you, Gemini. I don't know what these guys indicate. Probably worth looking it up. What kind of spiritual message does a wallaby bring? You know, it's a baby one. We're talking about this tower as that happened, and so it's like that fresh new life, some kind of boundless energy, fresh new life. They're a pretty relaxed kind of creature, so it'd be interesting. I'll look it up after this reading as well, so that I can learn what that might mean in the future, because that was very cool. Anyway, where were we? Tower. So in your recent past, there's been oh, there it is again. There's been a major surprise. This surprise can be on the extreme end. You know, it could be you lost your job, you lost your house, you lost your partnership, or you've just had a major realization. So what these lightning represents is that the universe tends to give you these little messages, these little clues and hints. If you don't follow those hints, if you continue to ignore them for a long time, eventually the universe will go, you can't ignore this anymore. You know, and that's literally the divine coming into your crown chakra and giving you that message loud and clear so that you cannot ignore it. Sometimes, like I said, if this is just a major realization to you, usually means some kind of action has to follow, because how could you continue on, basically? Like, once you know, if you now have this knowledge, you can't unknow what you know. It changes something. It changes something in your life or the way you think. Or it literally shook your entire foundation and your whole tower came crashing down. The purpose of the tower in your life, so that you know, since this is something that you have potentially recently been through, Gemini, it's the purpose of this is that if this tower has fallen, all that you have built and all that you have grown has fallen, it's come crashing down because it was built on a shaky foundation. If you've ignored all these hints and messages from the universe, it's because the universe has been trying to tell you, this has been built on a shaky foundation. This is not what is for you. Eventually, the universe comes in, boom, does the work for you, essentially, and you are then left with the rubble. You know, it can hurt, it can be painful, it can be surprising, it can be something quite intense. But the point is that you get to rebuild. that's the point, is that you get to build something better, something stronger, something on a really solid foundation. So even though it seems quite daunting, essentially it's quite a positive card, considering this is in your past position. And in your future position, you've got the Ten of Swords reversed. I would say you are healing from such an event. Okay, so in your environment, you've got Queen of Swords in reverse. So you might have somebody in your environment at the moment that is actually pissing you off quite a bit. It might actually be just tricky. You might still be in a tricky, if this tower was a relationship demise, for instance, then it might be that the situation is still quite sticky. It might be that you're in a bit of a stand back and wait moment, but it's not a nice feeling necessarily. There might be some sharp words between you and a person. There might be an actual, just this may represent a person, someone of air energy again, or it might be you, Gemini. It might be that this situation has brought a bit of a prickly side out in you. You know, maybe you're being a little bit cold. Maybe you're being a little bit prickly, or somebody else is. So how people view you is the Nine of Cups. Now this is excellent. So I think what this is saying here is that what you are showing to the world is that you're okay. Actually, this is what you wanted, and you're making the best out of a situation. Well, the advice is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Now, this is slightly confusing to me. I'm going to pull some clarifiers on a few of these cards, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is going to be the first one I clarify, because I don't know what advice this wants for you. So, firstly, I mean, there's a few options. So, it could be that if you have some choices to make, some decisions to make, it may be that the obvious choice is not necessarily the right choice. It may be what seems to be unfortunate at this time, it actually will serve you in the end. I'll pull some clarifiers on there. There's a few ways that could go, and I'm not receiving any clear messages just from that card, so we'll see how it goes. But I mean, at the end of the day, you've got the King of Cups upright in your potential outcome. So if we read the energies of this spread, and if we take the advice, and basically what they're saying is that you can go forward in peace and love and harmony, and be complete within yourself, and be content within yourself, and surround yourself by people that you love. And the other thing is that this could represent another person. Maybe this is someone on the other side of this situation waiting for you, you know, once all the healing is done. Once the choices have been made, maybe there is somebody on the other side of this situation waiting for you, and they're really stable, loving energy, you know, very much willing to give their heart to you. It could be a water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and this is a card of Scorpio, so entirely possible there's a masculine Scorpio energy in this potential outcome here. So what I'm going to do is we'll start. And the other thing I like about this actually is King of Swords, King of Cups over here. So King of Swords representing you, King of Cups you know, maybe that's like the start of your journey, is that you are in a bit of a sword state of mind at the moment, and your energy moves into the King of Cups. Take it how it resonates. I can't read for everyone individually, so I do have to speak to all the stories that come through the spread for me, for the collective of Gemini. I've just got distracted again because now I see the mum and the baby wallabies. Oh, so cute. Yes, so the first card I pulled was the King of Swords. The last card I pulled was the King of Cups. So perhaps through this journey that we're looking at today, you shift, you know, from your head space to your heart space, essentially. What we're going to do is get some clarifiers on the Tower. What can you tell me, angels and spirit guides, Gemini's Tower in the recent past? Okay. Yep. Okay, so and then what's all these? Right, yeah, I'm not taking all of those, but oh goodness, yeah. So somebody, there was an imbalance of I want to say that somebody in your world, a seemingly stable situation has become unstable, something where you feel like you had to protect your energy or your pentacles, yourself, your money. Something was being hidden from you. Maybe it was illuminated, but there wasn't really enough. Things were not balanced. Things were not going backwards and forwards. This baby's back. He's just staring at me. Can you see that? There's mum in the back there. Just a little bit of a nature doco mixed in with tarot here. Oh. All right. Yeah, so I feel like there was just something that just wasn't quite right. Like, it wasn't all bad, but it just wasn't quite right. So you or this person have decided to let it go. So these are the actual clarifiers here. It's something, you know, someone's cup of love was not for you, is how I'm receiving that here. That there may have been a little bit of deception in this recent past. So the almost as if to say that you just felt like something wasn't right, not necessarily that something happened, like that someone did you wrong, but just that you really felt like just something wasn't quite right. Anyway, let's go on to clarify the Fool in your underlying energy here. So this is maybe something that is affecting your current energy, is bubbling away under the surface, and the Fool is literally about the beginning of a new cycle, you know, starting something new, jumping off into the unknown, because your intuition says so, basically, and because you have to do something, you have to start somewhere. And if you have been through a situation that's ended, of course you're going to start again at the very beginning. Let's clarify the Fool for Gemini. What are we looking at for Gemini? Nothing, they say. Self-explanatory. Okay. Angels and spirit guides. Let's get some more information on Gemini's Fool card here. Underlying energy. Okay, Chariot in reverse. And hey, didn't these two come out in your pre-shuffle there? What was that? The last reading. It's rest and recovery, and it's holding fire on the forward movement. So it could be that this new journey comes after, you know, a real rest period. So this is after you've been through the wars. You've been nurturing yourself and having a rest to recover, to kind of give yourself that time of peace after anxious or depressed or just mentally exhausting situation. The Chariot in reverse is Cancer energy, and it's about really victorious forward movement. In the reverse, it may just be that you're holding back from that, or it may be that you're resting because you went hard and fast in the wrong direction, you know. But at the end of the day, there's a new cycle to be had, and that's really positive. And the Four of Swords upright means that you're resting, or you have rested, which is really important. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter which path you choose next, you are reset and ready to go. So Page of Cups, this is what you're up in your head about. It's the Page of Cups, and we're going to get some clarifiers on that because I just want to know more. Are you thinking about what are you thinking about? Like, there's clearly something here that excites you. You haven't taken it into the world yet. It's still up in your head. It's a bit of a dreamer energy, which is great. You know, that's how you ever going to manifest anything amazing in your life if you don't dream about it first. Wow, yes, beautiful. Oh, what's all that then? Yeah, cool. Page of Swords. So again, like, we started with the King of Swords and ending with the King of Cups. So I feel like, you know, there's this balance between air energy, which is you, and water energy, which again, like I said, it could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. And here we have the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. So, and I really like that balance. It's the balance between head and heart. And I'm seeing that a lot in this reading, is that you are balancing. Oh, and actually, I've just realized, you being Gemini, your zodiac sign, you know, is having that two sides of, you know, balancing the two sides. And it's just screaming to me, head and heart. So I don't feel like you're being pulled between the two. I feel like you're just rebalancing it. And I haven't had the cards of, you know, balancing like Temperance yet. But I mean, we had the Six of Cups that I popped back into the deck. And it was indicating that things had been out of balance in the past. And that's where your Tower moment came in the recent past. So yeah, that's the really strong message here, is that things are like rebalancing, coming into balance. And and then we've got some really slow moving earth energy here, and I love this for you. And this is a Taurus energy over here with the Empress. It's so what you're dreaming of, perhaps what you were juggling between your heart and your head, and like maybe you're learning something new, you're dreaming up something new, you're figuring out what you want to do next. You know, it's about nurturing that idea. This guy here, you know, that's slow moving Pentacle energy, but he's working on it. He's really working on it, and it's fruitful, but it's slow moving. You know, it's kind of like watching paint dry, but it's still really positive. Like it's you know, just chipping away at something. It's working at something, nourishing something, making it grow, which absolutely just ties in. It's like doubled down on the message there with the Empress, that she's fertility, abundance. You know, everything on her is growing. It's being nurtured by her beautiful energy. And yeah, so there's something that you're thinking about, and it's your head and your heart that want to move forward with this thing that can bring abundance to your life. I'd love to know what that is, Gemini. If any of you care to comment, I'd love to know what it is that you are thinking about. What are you planning? In fact, I'm going to pull another few clarifiers on that to give me some guidance and see if there is anyone specifically that I'm speaking to. Can we just get some more clarity? What is it that Gemini is thinking about starting? Okay. Oh, yeah, Nine of Cups. So it's, to me, this says it's romantic. To me, this says that you're considering stepping forward to somebody and offering them your cup of love. You know, or maybe it's literally just about your own cup of love and offering your own cup of love to yourself. So it might be for some time you just do what you think you should do, but then I think you're considering you know, a different direction, something that actually fills your heart space. You are an air sign, so you may tend to lean towards logical decisions, you know, logical thinker. But it's really great to see that you're balancing that and leaning into your heart space a little bit more. Love that for you. So a little bit more on this Queen of Swords energy. So this is your environment, and the fact that the Queen of Swords, she's great, but when she's in reverse, she's a bit prickly. And I want to know a little bit more about your prickly environment, Gemini. Why do you have somebody prickly in your environment? Woo! Okay. Devil in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. And the Hierophant in reverse is literally like that, a teacher, that guide, that somebody that's bringing structure to your life. It could be that there's a boss that's really hard for you to deal with, because the Hierophant is a great card. It's the fact that it's in reverse with this Queen of Swords and the Devil in reverse. I just feel like maybe I feel like for somebody, not all of you, but somebody, your specific storyline that is coming out here is that you're being worked really hard, and you've got this boss who you know, they're not the nicest to work with. They might be a bit cold. And your devil energy comes from just wanting more money, more, like just doing the thing that they're asking you to do, because it's a bit of a workaholic kind of energy I'm getting, where you don't know how to say no to this person because they are the authority figure, and they're the thing on the other side of following out what they want you to do is too tempting to pass up. So maybe you're getting paid well, is essentially what I'm saying, is maybe you're getting paid well for a really shit job. Some others of you, I want to say that yeah, there's just something in your environment that's not quite right at the moment. It could be that you're not listening to somebody that is actually giving you some good guidance to get yourself out of a rut. So I would heed that as a warning, because your environment makes a huge difference to your mental health, Gemini. So I would just heed that as a warning. That's what I want to say, because when I'm looking at how people view you, you've got the Nine of Cups and you've got this treasure chest there, look, and it's like you've got all the things you want for nothing. Look, why would you want anything else? And it's funny, like cup energy, this isn't actually about money. Usually the pentacle cards will speak to money and wealth and all that, but I'm actually getting in this spread for you a real money vibe, that you might be, you know, selling your soul to the devil for, you know, more and more worldly treasures, if you will. Little wallabies just going nuts outside, running everywhere. You know, and people might look at you and think, oh, you are so lucky, you know, oh, you've got this great job, and oh, you just do whatever you want, and how nice it must be to be you. And you know what, yeah, that's great. Like, if you like that success, then I'm really happy for you. I think that that's an excellent thing to aim for. And if you've reached that kind of like wish fulfillment, then amazing, amazing. It's a really positive card. I don't want to like portray that negatively at all. But when it comes, if it's at the cost of your environment being toxic, then you'd be encouraged to make some changes. And that's potentially where the Wheel of Fortune is now making a bit more sense, is because, you know, the Wheel of Fortune, think about it, like if the wheel is in your favor, you're being very fortunate. If the wheel is not in your favor, sorry, this little wallaby is just going crazy. It's running around loops around its mum. I think it's just got the sillies. And it's about, you know, all is not as it seems, perhaps. Fortune comes at a cost. That's all I would say to you on that. But the potential outcome, I love that for you. Actually, I'll get more on the Wheel of Fortune just before we move into that final card. Gosh, I've already been banging on for half an hour. It's crazy. All right. Yeah, Page of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles in reverse. So refusing to walk away from something that's not making you feel very good and into a new energy. It's an interesting read. I do feel like this is quite specific for somebody that's struggling in their career, or you know, but at the end of the day, you've got this kind of King of Cups in the final position, and I feel like you are really in the your power. Like, I do feel like this is a read for somebody that is in their power. There's not a huge amount of major arcana in your read, which, I mean, except for in your environment. That's why I feel like your environment's quite a big one. But there's not a huge amount of major arcana, which makes me feel like this is all like nitty gritty daily stuff. I feel like there's just, you know, you're just not loving your day-to-day stuff at the moment, and it's about rebalancing what seems like the logical thing to do versus what makes you happy. So hopefully this resonated for some of you, Gemini. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff to keep my channel online. And I will just actually pull a trinket for you before we go, because I haven't done trinkets yet, but they've been sitting here waiting, looking at me ready. What's this one? Oh, I don't know if you can see this properly. It's two hearts combined, so that's quite fun, considering you're Gemini, you know. It's the twins, it's the two hearts. It's around love, heart space, of course, you know, and they want it on the King of Cups. So perhaps this is moving into a new kind of environment with somebody that's actually going to be on your page. Oh my gosh, he's jumping on his mum's head. I'll just show you before we go, because we have finished up the reading. This mum's pissed off. Anyway, all right, Gemini, that's enough from me.